You can come into a comfortable cross-legged position. If you want to sit up on something, you're welcome to, and you can either close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. And begin to slow down your breath. Finding just the right amount of effort to sit tall and upright, but looking for as much ease as possible. Can you drop your shoulders more or relax your face a bit more? And anytime you notice that your mind has wandered onto something else, just as soon as you notice, come back to where you are now, feeling where your body is, how your breath moves through this shape. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you. So let's begin with a gentle twist. Left hand across to your right knee, right hand to the floor behind you. As you inhale, sit even taller. As you exhale, rotate a little bit more, and then breath by breath, see what is possible. More height, more twist. Keep going in this direction, and then turn your head the opposite way, looking over your other shoulder like you're going to wring out your spine. Release and switch. Inhaling, sit a bit taller. Exhaling, rotate a bit more. And then breath by breath, keep going. Keep going in this direction, but turn your head the opposite way, looking over your other shoulder, wringing out. And release back around to the front. Let's interlace fingers in front. Put some pressure between the arms, spreading the upper back, spreading between the shoulder blades. Then release, interlace behind your back. Other thumb on top this time. Open up the chest. If you want to fold forward, and that may be just dropping your head or coming as close to the floor as works for you. Maybe reach your arms up and back. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands. On your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs so the other leg is in front or on top. sitting tall. Drop your right ear over to right shoulder. Press down through your left shoulder, looking for a stretch on the left side of the neck. Rotate your chin to your chest and come over to the other side. Both shoulders drop, but now even more through your right side, looking for a stretch on the right side of the neck. Rotate chin to chest, come back to the first side, and then go back and forth, half circles or 3/4 circles, watching as the sensation moves from one side to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. And release arms, head floats back up. Bring hands to the floor behind us, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back and your elbows back. And then lift the chest. Take the chest as high as you can, sternum rising up. Last breath here. Release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Still holding the knees, pull the chest through, come to an upper back arch, keeping the back of the neck long. And then round back, bring your feet to the floor and hold behind the legs. Put some pressure up on the backs of the knees. Roll up from the base of the spine to arch back, but also lean back. So abdominals are working to support you, chest pulling through, back of the neck long. And we'll go back and forth between these two positions. Exhale, round. Inhale, roll up and arch. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Now exhale back, release your arms, come down a little lower. Inhale, same arch, but arms come by the ears. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Back. And up. One more. Let's hold this last one. Coming up, holding, and find just the right amount of effort. Release, round back, holding here. You can decide how low you go. And then release. Let's come all the way forward onto hands and knees, tabletop. If you want to pad your knees and you have something, you're welcome to use a blanket or cushion. Hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's take a few rolls through the spine, starting by lifting the head and tail, arching. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Now inhale, arch. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back and dip part way or all the way to the floor. Press up from there. Round, arch. Go forward to dip down, elbows hugging the sides. Press up, round, arch, dip down, press up, round, arch. One more time, dip down, press up, round, and then sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Resting whenever you need to. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little bit more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes and the hips high. You can bend one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, yawning open the calves, hamstrings, whole back of the leg. Go back and forth a couple times and eventually settle onto 2 feet evenly, heels up or down, knees bent or straight. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another. Hang in Ragdoll. How much can you let the upper body release? Can you feel the weight of your head hanging? And then bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up. Coming all the way up to standing. You can step up to the front of the mat. Coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feel your feet grounded. Nice long spine, strong core. And we'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down, chaturanga. Come into your back bend. Feel free to take an extra breath or two in this first one. And then back to down dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths in a good resting pose, whether that's down dog, child's pose, sitting, something else. One more breath here. Coming through down dog, step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up, bend your knee in, and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times. Big circles both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then a big step forward, high lunge. Let's hold here with hands on the floor the first time. If it's difficult to reach the floor, you may want to grab blocks for your hands. As you inhale, lengthen the back leg a little straighter. As you exhale, sink hips a little lower. Inhale, look for space and length. Exhales, grounding and ease. One more breath like this. Next inhale, straighten the front leg, just enough to get a hamstring stretch. And then exhale, bend again. Inhale, yawning open. Exhale, slow, deep bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. One more, lengthen. And bend. Inhale, step back. Coming through a vinyasa or stepping directly to down dog. Taking whatever movement transition feels right for you, taking the time you need. Finding your way to down dog. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. And bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times, big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then a big step forward, high lunge. Hands on the floor this first time. As you inhale, lengthen the back leg a little straighter. As you exhale, sink hips a little lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. One more like this. Now, inhale, straighten the front leg, part way or all the way. Exhale, slow, deep bend. Inhale, yawning open. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. One more like this, lengthen. And bend. Make your way back to a good rest. Maybe through a vinyasa, maybe to down dog, maybe to child's pose or sitting or some other neutral shape. Coming back to slow, deep breaths. Last breath here. Come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take just the right arm up. Come over to a side bend, left arm providing some support, reaching out. Reach a little further out to come up and release down. Same thing, other side. Reach further out as you come up. Release down. Let's interlace fingers, press out through the palms. Take your arms up by your ears, shoulders dropping as arms reach straight, and then rise up onto your toes for a little balance. Could be just a slight lift of the heels or coming all the way up. Begin to fold forward, staying in balance on your toes. Can your breath be steady as you're concentrating on balancing, finding just the right placement for you. So you're not overstretching, not going beyond your limits, right up to your edges. And then release, drop the heels, drop your head, let that go. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Sink hips low. Head reaches high, shoulders low, fingers high. Strong core supporting you. One more breath. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Let's come into warrior three. Shift forward and find your balance. Feeling top of the head connected to the left foot, whether your foot is flexed or pointed, what feels more fully expressed to you. Any arm position. One more breath. Step back, warrior one. Release through your movement transition. From down dog, left leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge, arms up. Warrior 3. Adjusting, so this is optimal for you, where you're at, where your body is right now. Last breath. Step back, warrior 1. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. Whether that's down dog, child's pose, sitting, something else. If it's useful, close your eyes. Finding ease. What is there to let go of here? Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, shift forward, find your balance. Now rise up to standing and bring your left knee to your chest. Right arm can be out to the side or at your hip. You can stay holding the left knee or grab the big toes, extending whatever amount straight works for you, a little bit, a lot, all the way. Shoulders are back and down, torso nice and open, long. Open your left leg out to the left, just at a slight angle. Bring it back to the front, opposite hand to the outside of the knee or the outside of the ankle, setting up for a twist. Nice long supporting leg, long spine. Release with the front hand, catch with the back hand, King Dancer, Natarajasana. Kick your foot into your hand, letting that help open up the chest, shoulder, hip, back bend. So much happening. Can you feel that you are breathing? Last breath here. Step back, high lunge. Make your way to down dog, however you do. Just feel what you're doing. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. Rise up to standing, bring your right knee to your chest, and then take your time settling in here. If you did some other variation, like grabbing the big toe, you can do that again. Open your leg out to the right, just at a slight angle. And then bring it back to the front. Opposite hand to the outside of the knee or the outside of the foot. Feeling where you are, feeling what each pose is stirring up. Last breath here. Release with the front hand, catch with the back hand, King Dancer. Natrajasana. One more breath. Release, step back, high lunge. Make your way back to a good rest. Letting go. Let's make our way to hands and knees, tabletop. And get set up for thread the needle twist. Starting with hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Lift the left arm up. Curl from fingertips down, thread it through, and keep going until you come onto your shoulder, inside of your head, and you can push the right hand into the floor or into your bottom forearm, rolling open through the top shoulder. Release, come up. Take a few rolls through the spine, arching and curving, releasing that side. Come back to neutral. Right arm lifts up. Curl from fingertips down, thread it through, come onto your shoulder inside of your head, and then push the left hand into the floor or into your bottom forearm. Release, unwind, come back to neutral. Take a few rolls through the spine, any other movement, front to back, side to side. You could come back through down dog. Let's come all the way to sitting and back onto our backs. Bring your knees to your chest and take a little circle, massaging the lower back, sacrum, top of the hips into the floor. And let's drop the feet to the floor, getting set up for bridge. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Make sure your feet are right under your knees. And then press your feet down to lift your hips up. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back, shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading upper back and lower back away from one another. When you're ready, take your arms out of your way. Roll down and rest. Taking a few moments, just feeling the ease after that effort. If you feel like coming up again, come up again. Same thing, bridge or any other back bend, including half wheel, full wheel, supported bridge, anything you know or want to try. Each time you come up, stay as long or short as you like. Could be just one breath, could be a long hold. Each time the pose feels complete, come down and rest. And rest until you feel like coming up again. So whether you're back bending, transitioning, or resting, you're feeling what you're doing. Letting your body decide when the back bends are done. If you don't feel like coming up again, that's when you're done. So if you are still back bending, enjoying that, keep going. There's no rush. If you are finished, move on to a counter stretch. So that could be happy baby or something else. If you're doing happy baby, press your knees towards the floor, opening up the inner legs, and maybe taking a little rock. A little movement could help loosen things up or get some nice pressure on the back. You can keep your legs bent or straighten them one at a time or together. Part way or all the way, out to the side or over your head. And then drop your feet back to the floor, and we'll get set up for a hip stretch. So let's cross the right ankle above the left knee, reach your hands through, grab the left leg and hug it in as close as you can, stretching the right outer hip. As you do this, try and drop the shoulders, drop your chin so the back of your neck is long. To release, drop the left foot to the floor. Straighten the right leg up, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then drop the right foot back to the floor, getting set up for the same thing other side. Cross the left ankle above the right knee. Reach your hands through, grab the right leg and hug it in close. Shoulders relaxed. Drop your chin so the back of the neck is long. To release, drop your right foot to the floor, straighten the left leg up, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then drop this straight left leg all the way along the floor. Bring your right knee in and guide it across for a spinal twist. Open out through your right arm. Let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. Roll back onto your back. Grab hold of your left knee, drop the right leg long. And then take it across, spinal twist. Other side. And roll back onto your back, bring both knees in. And just check in with your body. What's still needed? Is there any last pose or stretch or body part that could use some attention? Is there something you're hoping to get in before your final rest? You can take your time with whatever feels like a good next pose or last pose for you. Or a little self-massage, or just adjusting your clothing or props, getting comfortable. Eventually settling into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Take all the time you need, there's no rush. Letting go. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently increasing movement through your wrists and ankles. And then take a big stretch out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. Bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.